The modern-day Republic of Kazakhstan has sprung from an ancient and varied history, spanning a time of early nomadic tribes, a Khan occupation, an age as a Soviet state, and its concluding independence following the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. This marked the beginning of a new chapter, an independent era led by President Nursultan Nazarbayev, and so it remains today. Kazakhstan is categorized as the world's largest landlocked country by land area and the 9th largest country in the world. Bordering China, Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, it is a bridge between Europe and Asia and amasses an area almost 4 times that of Texas. It is home to an estimated 17 million people, and the official languages are Kazakh and Russian. Kazakhstan's economy is the largest of all the Central Asian states, typically attributed to its extensive natural resources. The nation has been steadily raising its global profile as a mineral commodity supplier since the breakup of the former Soviet Union.
I think Kazakhstan becomes a very important player on the world energy market. We currently have about almost 5 billion tons of oil reserves. We have about 4 billion cubic meters of gas reserves. And that puts, by amount of oil reserves, that puts us on the 12th place in the world. With regards to gas reserves, we are in the top 20. So I'm sure that the reliable partner as Kazakhstan is a very important player in the market.
The nation has been demonstrating a positive growth in FDI and investor interest over the last 10 years. Perhaps in large part due to its macroeconomic stability, diverse growth potential, and wealth of natural resources. And it doesn't stop there. Kazakhstan's goal is to join the top 30 most developed countries in the world by 2050 and continue to pursue a period of modernization and rejuvenation. Investing in Kazakhstan provides access to a market of around 170 million people through their customs union with Russia and Belarus, which includes uniform customs and trade policy and free trade of goods within the area.
The Kazakhstan government is directly involved in the formation of a successful business climate in our country. In 2014, the government of Kazakhstan was allocated land for the construction of an ultra-modern cable factory.
Oil and gas remain the backbone of Kazakhstan's economy, but investors have said the country's economic policy needs to capitalize on this advantage while developing its knowledge-based economy further.
Obviously, you've got oil and gas. I think everyone understands that oil and gas is an important part of the economy here. But on top of that, you have mining, which is also a very relevant part of the economy. But in addition, you have things like logistics. Kazakhstan is a bridge between China and Western Europe. And I think Kazakhstan, to be successful, has to really play to its strengths. And those strengths tend to be in the resources industry, also in logistics and transportation. And the byproducts of those two industries could help Kazakhstan diversify the economy.
However, the success of oil and gas is helping fuel other industries, and investors are only just starting to realize the country's opportunities in other trade activities. Kazakhstan has been actively developing a range of its industries, including a focus on infrastructure and transportation, seeking potential foreign strategic partners to contribute to its knowledge-intensive technology, and working to maintain infrastructure to meet growing demand for trade.
Kazakhstan is the main transit route between China, Russia, and Europe. For this reason, we have rebuilt the Silk Road, thus Kazakhstan plays an important role in the logistics sector. Many close developing countries depend on Kazakhstan's economic development. Kazakhstan has a good chance to improve the economic infrastructure, but we need help from other countries. we cannot develop alone. When the worldwide economic situation stabilizes, Kazakhstan will be on top. I am sure of that.
Food production in Kazakhstan is one relatively unknown hive of activity. Entities like Becker Production's Almaty facility are seeing promising development, striving to lead the market in product innovations whilst maintaining traditional methods.
There is lots of niche players, and Becker capitalized itself also by finding its own niche, where the premium quality supermarket chain in the regions which we are existing today. We covered most of the town. We are an Almaty-based company, so we have covered all of Almaty, and now going to Astana. We found our niche, we found our loyal customer, and we are becoming a national player.
Becker produces a wide variety of foodstuff, from sausages and frozen products to bread and confectionery. The bakery boasts over 60 product lines. Its production is structured to maintain the freshness of bread by following the old local traditions of bread making. Although Kazakhstan is demonstrating progress, an integrated approach has been called for to help enable the nation to thrive during times of fluctuating commodity prices and meet its goals ahead.
So Kazakhstan is obviously going through some challenging times right now, with oil prices deflated. I think, however, that versus more developed markets, the growth rate in Kazakhstan is still attractive to investors. I think there's a lot of opportunity for companies that come here to really invest and grow their business, because this is essentially an untapped market for many companies and many industries.
As Kazakhstan law maintains that no sector of the economy is fully closed to investors, there are ample opportunities for investors to explore what the country has to offer.
When we have a potential investor who already expressed some initial interest in Kazakhstan, we basically invite this potential investor to come to Kazakhstan, see what it's like, and maybe start talking to potential partners and start discussing some potential projects. So at that stage, this visa waiver helps a lot. Then they don't need to apply for a visa.
The nation is taking steps to further attract foreign investment. In June 2014, President Nursultan Nazarbayev signed a new law introducing a 10-year exemption from corporate tax and an 8-year exemption on property tax. Should an investor set up in Kazakhstan, they are also eligible for up to a 30% refund on capital investments once their production facility is in operation.
Becker offers fresh, locally produced foods and beverages that contain no additives. Becker operates a well-known chain of supermarkets, as well as the popular Prussia Garden restaurant in Almaty, famous for its sausages and beer. Becker now plans to become Kazakhstan's first organic foods chain and welcomes international partnerships. Becker, we stand for quality.
Enjoy our elegantly decorated air-conditioned rooms in a choice of different categories, along with state-of-the-art conference facilities for up to 130 guests, a breakfast buffet, and a restaurant serving the finest international and Kazakhstani cuisine. Our hotel also features a lavish indoor pool and sauna for the ultimate relaxation. Experience the best that Kazakhstan has to offer. Kaz Hall Hotel Almaty.
According to a survey by Ernst & Young, real estate and construction are among the 5 most attractive areas for foreign investment. Nonetheless, the construction industry is currently undersupplied, as activity is not yet meeting the nation's high housing needs. Consequently, the government has implemented a sponsored housing and utilities sector modernization program. Running from 2011 to 2020, this program is intended to bolster the sector. The most attractive sites in the country for investment projects and developments are often Astana and Almaty, which are also the two largest cities.
Following to the President's strategy to move the business from Almaty to Astana, we really keen to support this development, and as a real estate advisor we plan to be in Astana and offer all the services which we can provide to our local and international clients. We bring them expertise on new offices, on new developments and new green technologies, all type of services which our clients may need.
The public and private sector have been driving further demand for office space across the city, while the public sector has dedicated considerable budget into establishing the city as the modern capital. Notable construction projects include the Presidential Palace, the Pyramid of Peace and Harmony, and the Bayteriak Tower. The presence of the corporate sector has been growing since Astana was established, sparking an increase in interest from international and domestic companies, and seeing modern office space rise to almost 500,000 square meters. AECOM is one example of a foreign success story. This LA-based company is striving to help modernize and develop some of Kazakhstan's infrastructure with its international expertise in local projects. CEO David Whitehouse believes that Kazakhstan has great potential for investors, growth, and diversification.
I think the key objectives, if we talk around Kazakhstan, is to expand our business across Eastern Europe and across Central Asia. It's to particularly look at the infrastructure side of the business and the country, and it's to integrate what is our international expertise into our local delivery.
AECOM is also providing construction supervision consultancy for the much-anticipated Abu Dhabi Plaza.
It's a landmark construction for Kazakhstan and definitely for Astana as the capital of Kazakhstan. It's a high-rise complex which puts Kazakhstan on the map of high-rises in the world. It's a very complex construction consisting the tallest building being 80 stories, and it includes a hotel, residences and offices.
The 2017 Astana International Expo is also on the nation's horizon. The Expo brings promises of new jobs, opportunities, and industry for Kazakhstan, particularly through accommodating the expected surge of visitors and their subsequent requirements.
The Expo 2017, which is named Future Energy, is a very important event for the whole country and for the real estate sector as well. And as a Colors International, we provide green consultancy services. And for the international investors, it's a very important sign that Kazakhstan real estate sector is going in the parallel with the global trend.
Yeah, I think it's not just about participating in the exhibition, it's about the participation also outside of the exhibition, both during and afterwards. So I think a lot of the benefit comes immediately after the expo, and that inward wave of investment then leads to more interest.
The event also showcases just how far the country has come in the last few decades, bringing a chance to publicize Kazakhstan's recent achievements under the watchful international eye.
Colliers International, Kazakhstan's leading real estate advisory company. Colliers International offers a full range of world-class services, from consultancy and valuation to leasing, sales and property management. Working with Colliers International partners worldwide, Colliers International has positioned itself as the local partner of choice for foreign investors and companies looking to set up businesses and regional headquarters in Kazakhstan. Count on Colliers International.
Our ski resort, Shimbulak, is proving to be one of the most modern ski resorts in the region. Esentai has changed the concept of shopping in Central Asia. But one of our proudest developments to date is the Halle Berry School, as we know that investing in our future is the most important investment of all. Capital Partners.
Kazakhstan's tourism sector is ripe with potential, and the government is increasing its efforts to promote the country and its national attractions to the international travel circuit. The message still has a way to go, as Kazakhstan's beauty and tourism potential is not yet reflected in its visitor numbers.
Today, people arrive to us mostly for business trips. But basically, business tourism trips do not scare us. First of all, by these indicators, an increase of 5-star hotels is good. Most of the business tourists stay in 4 to 5-star hotels. And respectively, naturally of course, when they arrive, they will visit museums, do the excursions. And these business trips also represent a particular interest for us. Mega projects, such as Eurasia, Asiada, Expo 2017, which will give a new impulse, particularly in Kazakhstan tourism development. Today, in majority, these are the tourists from Russia, China, Near East, and Europe who travel to Kazakhstan.
Although Kazakhstan is the most economically advanced of the stands, there are also improvements to be addressed in its tourism services, including a professed disconnect between the nation's prices and service. The concept of Tourism Industry Development 2020 has been introduced to increase the presence of tourism in the country, particularly through attracting further investments and creating new jobs for inhabitants.
The forecast depends on which way the scenario of development will go, the Kazakhstan government to develop the tourism. If the scenario is going to be the one that was agreed on in the concept of tourism development, which was adopted until 2020, then I think that in 5 years, our tourism flows will increase a lot. Especially taking into account that today Kazakhstan wants to use a simplified visa system and foreigners' registration at the territory of Kazakhstan, together with the use of new IT technologies, especially in issuance of visas and so on. Then I think that the tourism in Kazakhstan will grow year by year in a multiple progression. And I hope in 5 years, it will be a beginning of start before a big boom of tourism development in Kazakhstan.
We expect about 5 million visits to a little over 2 million visitors from abroad. A lot of them are businesses, so it's quite a bit of jump in business tourism for Kazakhstan. We will use that opportunity to promote our investments, the conditions for the country.
The comprehensive plan is set to aid 50 products, spanning sports and health programs, and through to developing a series of events and festivals.
We are built new country with after USSR, and result, it's amazing today. Country is developed so fast, and we are one of the rich growth economic in back USSR because of the people, not because of the potential of the country.
The capital city of Astana is hoping to raise its contribution to tourism from 0.3% of the GDP to 3% through a blueprint approved in 2014. It has been molded into a modern marvel, with its bold architecture and increasingly innovative developments.
One of the biggest projects which we are working now in Astana, it's our new hotel. It will be a boutique apartment hotel, 10,000 square meter, with restaurant, boutiques, and it will be a very special architecture. We hope it will be one of the spots in Astana.
The former capital of Almaty could almost be mistaken for an old European city, with its energetic nightlife, cafes, and shops surrounded by breathtaking snow-peaked mountains. Almaty is significantly contributing to Kazakhstan's offering in the luxury retail market. Its Esentai Tower is Central Asia's tallest building, and the Esentai Park and Mall is home to the world's well-known luxury label. But Kazakhstan isn't all cities and modernization. From mountains to deserts, its natural wonders are home to many hidden gems within reach, including the ethereal underwater forest in Kandi Lake, nestled in the mountains of Tanshan, among others.
Kazakhstan has so many opportunities to show to our foreign tourists that will decide to come to Kazakhstan. And first of all, that's one of the key potential factors for foreign tourists is that you have a very good infrastructure and a totally untouched nature just close by, 30-40 minutes away from the cities. Where else you can see such a very beautiful combination.
Winter resorts, such as the Shimbulak Ski Resort, are already attracting high-profile attention and will be a prime focus of national projects to further their capacity.
Shimbulak, it was a kind of experimental base to show to everybody that ski tourism can be developed here. And in the following future, I don't know, maybe 10 years, we believe that Almaty region can become a ski tourism destination very well known in the world, like Alps in Europe, for example. And the potential is to develop 500 kilometers of slopes around Almaty. So now we're working on it, and ski tourism will be the major part of the tourism development program of the nation.
The scenery beyond the urban landscape is where the adventure traveler will really find their thrills, be it through the country's impressive mountains, lakes, wildlife, or deserts, and whether it's involving sports, ecotourism, culture, or purely exploration.
Kazakhstan is a huge country, and we have lots of opportunities for those who like deserts, or for those who like mountains, those who like lakes and nature, or modern city, or very rich nightlife. We have everything, and each tourist can find whatever he or she likes during their vacation.
Line Group, the best products, the best services, the best specialists. In partnership with renowned designers and architects, we have developed upscale restaurants and premium retail chains throughout Kazakhstan. We offer the highest quality imported beverages, elegant furniture, lighting, and more. Our prestigious projects include villa boutiques and restaurants, a collection of Italian villas with restaurants, cocktail lounges, a modern art gallery, and more than 30 trendy boutiques. Our Villa dei Fiori restaurant serves gourmet Italian cuisine and a choice of fine wines in a stunning mountain setting. Our new boutique hotel with restaurants features more than 9,000 square meters of upscale multi-function space in the heart of Astana. Line Group, only the best. Kazakhstan is an old land moving towards a modern landscape. This diverse nation is transforming into a land of opportunity for investors and for tourists, and is a country to watch.
It's a great opportunity for investment in Kazakhstan because the growth rate of the country is similar to China, but somehow it's not known to the whole world. And I believe everyone should be looking into Kazakhstan for growth opportunities.
I think there's a lot of opportunity here that has been untapped. I think the government is open now for business, and I think that if Western viewers, American viewers, looked for new opportunities in terms of their businesses, Kazakhstan should feature highly on that list.
Not only the economical growth is the attractive side of our country, we have also very welcoming atmosphere here and really comfortable living. I suggest to come and see Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan is a country with a rich history, with huge cultural potential and high spiritual values. Kazakhstan, it's a country of great opportunities.
But I think there's massive opportunity there across both public, private sector. It's a land that is currently driven by oil and gas, but that will change. I'm sure it will diversify. The President and the government have got strong plans to modernise. That in itself brings lots of opportunities. I think the Expo is a great opportunity. I think the movement to Astana and the expansion of Astana is a really good opportunity. It's a friendly country. The people are eager to learn and develop. It's got a reasonably good engineering base, qualified engineering base. And I think the most important thing is it's open. It's open to international players and domestic players to advance the country.
Kazakhstan is promising transformation and rejuvenation as it moves towards its goal for the future. A goal to become one of the top 30 most developed countries in the world by the year 2050. Kazakhstan, an increasingly contemporary market at the very heart of Eurasia.